Well, is President Trump now considering ground offensive, a return of the military strike? Because there are certain reports suggesting that President Trump's likely plan of action could be when it comes to briefing his military options. And also, he may consider a military action if Iran does not agree to the terms and conditions. Where as far as the offer that has been put on the table by the Iranian side, President Trump seems to have rejected that. And U.S. military planners are also considering the possibility that Iran will take military action against U.S. forces in the region in retaliation for the blockade. So the threat, Mayank, good morning, still very much is there of the fight resuming, of the military action resuming.
So the pressure in the way that whatever the options have been proposed by whether from the US side should be agreed upon by the Iranians. That's what the pressure is all about. Whereas Iran in between has also talked about opening the Strait of Hormuz with certain conditions. But the entire aspect of blockade hinges on something called nuclear actions, and in which case US has been saying that they won't cave in for any kind of a demand, and Iran will have to give its option to become a nuclear nation. That's what the point is. So that in that case, if it continues, only option for US will be to push its warships into the Strait of Hormuz, or to opt for air options, which is using air as the medium to attack Iran again, which has been happening till now, because maritime forces have not yet moved that side. So these are the options, only to push Iran to accept the kind of conditions which US had been wanting. And majorly it is all about that Iran should be giving all its options to become a nuclear capable nation, in which case it is about capabilities to assemble a nuclear bomb. That's the entire aspect is. Let me bring in a very important aspect, that we cannot say for certainty that Iran has exhausted all its missiles and drones.
Right.
And Strait of Hormuz being a very narrow strip, even if some kind of a maritime force will be used from that side, Iran will be retaliating. So it could become a very difficult situation.
So is ground offensive an option for President Trump? Because he doesn't seem to be not ruling out that option. Thank you very much for the moment, Mayank, for joining us here on the broadcast. We're going to head into a very short break. The morning news continues on the other side as well.